A very warm welcome to this lecture. From the title you must have already noticed what is it all about. Well, there is a breaking news that capacitor version 3 is launched, and out here I want to talk regarding that right now. What's new in this and how to use it up in this particular course. So let's check that out. Now at first I want to tell you that our course was recorded for capacitor version 2 basically. But few months back when capacitor version 3 was launched, I made few changes and introduced lot many things regarding that. So I have given a step-by-step guide for upgrading to capacitor version 3, which you will get when you are going to use a plugin. So whenever you are using a plugin, a guide will appear automatically at the bottom of the screen and you will understand what changes you need to make to upgrade to capacitor version 3. And how do you get to know that whether you are using capacitor version 2 or 3? Well, for that you need to go to your Ionic project package.json file, and out there just check the version of capacitor. If it is around 2.4.7 or something, whatever the version below 3, that means it is capacitor version 2. Otherwise, if it is 3 or beyond that, then it is capacitor version 3. And if you are installing a new Ionic application, then by default you will get capacitor version 3 installed. Alright. So ultimately you will be using capacitor version 3 mostly, but if you know about capacitor and you are using version 2, so this course will definitely help you out. But if you are using capacitor version 3, you don't need to worry. I have this step-by-step guide how you need to proceed ahead. Wherever I am using the capacitor 2 plugin, at the bottom I have given the guide. All the steps are given out there. You don't need to worry about anything. Everything is written out there. Alright, so what's next? Well, if you don't understand with that also and you still have some confusion, then I have a separate section for upgrading to capacitor version 3, where I will show you all the steps how to migrate from capacitor version 2 to capacitor version 3. And out there we will see how each and every plugin we should use in capacitor version 3. And in fact, out there I'll show two methods. At first, the first method I've already told you, that migration from capacitor version 2 to capacitor version 3, and the next one I will show you how to install a new application and set it up for capacitor version 3, everything out there. So two applications we are going to use and we will do it out there. So you will get to know when you enter that particular section. If you need to, you can just go to that particular section at the very beginning also, just to understand the overview. You don't need to go in depth of it, because if you don't understand the other sections, it is very difficult for you to directly understand that part if you do not know about Ionic at first, if you are a beginner. So this is the whole thing. And one more special thing for you is that all the iOS applications that I have built is using capacitor version 3. So if you have any doubt, you can just check the iOS application which I have built in mostly every sections where I am building it for the Android. So all that part is made using capacitor version 3, because it was recorded at the very end. At that point of time, capacitor version 3 was launched. So this are the whole things about capacitor version 3. What are the changes out there? There are few changes. We will look into the official documentation right now, and how to use it in our course. I have shown you that part. Alright, so you don't need to stress yourself, because I am there and I will help you in each and every step out there. Now let's check the official documentation about what changes have been made, so that we can get the little overview about it. So let's get out there. So out here I have opened up the Chrome browser, and out here I'm going to go to the capacitor documentation. So capacitorjs.com/docs. I'll hit enter, and out here you can see that we are into the capacitor documentation. And in here where I'm hovering right now, if you just focus on that, it is showing capacitor version 3. So this documentation is for capacitor version 3. Now if you want to check for capacitor version 2, what you need to do? Well, you just have to click on it, and this is capacitor version 2. If you right click on that, open it in new tab, and we will get the documentation for capacitor version 2, which you will be looking at when you will be jumping into the main course. Because out there you will see capacitor version 2 documentation, but you need to work with the capacitor version 3 documentation mainly. So out here let's just take a plugin example and see what changes have been made. So out here, let's go to the plugin out here, and in fact for the capacitor version 3 also I'll go to the plugin. Let's go to official plugins. Out here also let's go to official plugins. If I scroll down, let me take an example of, let's take an example of camera. Out here also, let me just scroll down. You can see this few changes in the documentation also. I'll go to the camera. So this has opened up. Now at first let's check the capacitor version 2 out here. Well, we don't have to install it up. It is installed by default in capacitor version 2. But in capacitor version 3 we need to install it up, and these are the commands which we need to use. And how to use that up, I have shown you at that particular moment what you need to do. Remember to use ionic build, which I'll be showing it out there when to use it. Don't worry, just keep in mind. So this way you have to install it up, and once that is installed you are good to use it as the previous one. But few things are changed. The imports are changed. So out here, if I scroll down, these are the permissions which you need to provide. Earlier I think by default it was there, but now you need to provide it into your respective Android manifest, or in the Xcode also. For that also I think, yeah, for Xcode also the permissions we have to provide. So these two things you have to do. For PWA also things are there. Out here also PWA is same. So in capacitor version 2, if I scroll down, this is how we use it, and you will see in my videos that this is getting implemented, right? But in capacitor version 3, this is the process of implementing. Well, there is not much of a change. Well, if you just check this part out here, this is capacitor version 3 and this is capacitor version 2. Out here you will see hardly any change, right? Don't focus on this. This is just a function. You can define it in this manner also. You can just use it up. And out here there is hardly any change, right? The only change you will feel is in the import. So out here in the capacitor version 3, we are importing camera and camera result type from @capacitor/camera. That is the only difference, because everywhere wherever you are installing, it will be @capacitor/ the plugin name. So that is the only difference mainly. And out here in capacitor version 2, you will be seeing I'll be using the plugins import, and out there only camera result type will be imported, and in this manner I will be importing the camera plugins. So this is the only main difference between capacitor version 2 uses and capacitor version 3 uses. And why this is done, if you want to know about it, I'll give you a brief idea. Because in capacitor version 2, what we were doing, we were having all the plugins pre-installed, so it was making the package pretty heavy. Now with capacitor version 3, whatever packages you need, you just need to install it up, just like Cordova, if you know about it. So you just need to install it up and use it directly. Features are all the same, syntax is almost the same, hardly any difference. The imports are changed and you need to install it up. That is the major difference out here. So I hope you have understood this part. This is how we can use capacitor version 2 and capacitor version 3. If you still want to use capacitor version 2, then you need to install the version 2 plugin. Now how do we need to do that? Let's check it out. So let's go to the doc, capacitor version 3 docs, and out here there is an upgrade guide. So upgrade to version 2. Let me open it in new tab. So out here you can see how you can install capacitor version 2. This is the npm command that you need to run in order to install that up. So once you do that, you are using capacitor version 2 in your project, and you can see that going to the package.json file. All right, so that is how you can do that stuff, and all these things you can work with that. All right, you can install these things up. For I think iOS you need to do this stuff, and for the Android you need to run these commands, these two commands. So this is how you can still use capacitor version 2 if you need so. And why I'm saying that, because if you want to go through the whole course and you want to use capacitor version 2 and at last you want to migrate, then you can do this stuff. But I don't think that is necessary, because I have shown step-by-step guide how to use the capacitor version 3. So this is the whole thing about the capacitor version 3 launched, what's new in that, and how to use that in our project. So I hope you have understood this thing and you can implement that up very nicely. So this is just a glimpse of our complete course on Ionic from beginner to advanced level, and I'll just explain you now how to avail this course. So it is available on Udemy. There is a special limited period offer going on for few days in which you will get around 95% off, which brings the course price down to. Price may vary after few days, so do enroll in this course as soon as possible. And I'm eagerly waiting to see you in this particular course. And if you have any queries regarding this, I'm always there to help. So you can reach me out whenever you like to. So thank you very much.